What makes me optimistic that the crypto bull market is not over is that we still have some bears. We're not at mass euphoria yet. Shoot, when Bitcoin hit a new high of 109,000, we weren't even at mass euphoria there as well because we still had bears. Now people are saying we're in a prolonged bear market again, but I don't see that. And here's why. Just recently, we see that more institutional inflows are going into Bitcoin ETFs, even in the 90,000s. Why is that happening? Well, you could say that they have a macro view and they think they just want to invest in Bitcoin long term, and that's totally possible. I believe that that's happening as well. But I also think that there's a lot of smart money out there that knows we have another leg up in the crypto market. That's personally what I believe. If you're a bear and you're in my comments saying that we're going lower, totally respect your opinion. Also, hope you respect my opinion, the idea that I think we're going higher. There's just so many good metrics. DXY is still down. Quantitative easing hasn't even started yet. We have the most bullish narrative for crypto ever. Legislation for crypto is right around the corner. Stablecoin legislation is probably going to come first, which is going to be awesome for crypto and for the strengthening of the dollar and its use around the world. And also, we have ETFs that haven't even been approved yet by the SEC that most likely are going to get approved this year, at least some of them, etc. There's just so many metrics. I can continue to go on. M2 global money supply is going, and as I show in a prior video, two different charts are showing that Bitcoin is following M2 money supply kind of eerily. So, and we still have a lot more room to go with Global M2 to catch up to it. So, I don't know. I think we're going higher. I really do. And the fact that there are still bears makes me optimistic that we're not at mass euphoria yet. So, yeah, things are looking good. Bitcoin's holding strong. And remember, just this last year, Bitcoin was in the 60,000s. We're now in the 90,000s and people are saying, "Oh, but it fell from 109,000. We're in a bear market." Yes, I understand that. It's painful to watch, especially if you bought at 109,000. Listen, I empathize with that. I get it. But this isn't my first rodeo in a crypto bull market. Crypto bull markets have massive dips, and we kind of had a black swan event that brought basically max fear, almost like COVID. I think the fear and greed index was at a 3 when COVID hit back in 2020, and at the peak of tariff fears and tariff trade war fears, we were at a 4 on the fear and greed index. That's in greed index. That's what just kind of goes to show you that, like, I feel like these doomsdayers are massively saying that they're massively just they're making stuff up, in my opinion, in their heads. They're just panicking, calling for us when we're in a Great Depression. When I think the S&P 500 12 months from where it was last year, we're still up like 5 or 6 or 7%, something like that. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not as bad as things seem. And now we see that the markets are starting to recover. If you were not in those markets and dollar cost averaging during those days when the Dow went up 3,000 points, or even just a couple days ago when the Dow went up 1,000 points, and I don't really even talk about the stock market. Or how about this, when Bitcoin just this week on Sunday morning was at 84,000 and now it's basically touching 94,000 and went up 10 grand in just a few days. If you weren't in the market, dollar cost averaging at those lows, then yeah, you missed out on those massive gains. And I'm not trying to say, ha ha, booyah. It's just, that's just how the markets work. You make more money with time in the market than trying to time the market, right? People who are really good at timing the market, they're prodigies, because most traders, if you look at trader portfolios versus even look at hedge funds, most hedge funds don't beat the S&P 500. That's a fact. Go ahead and look that up. So all those experts that you see on CNBC trading, those hedgies, you see a lot of them, they don't even beat. If they would have just dollar cost average into the S&P 500 or the Dow, they would have made more money long term. I'm not making this stuff up. It's actually kind of wild to think. I don't even know why people invest in hedge funds. Some are really good, some of them are gurus, but a lot of them, maybe they have some good years, and a lot of times they don't have the great of years. You were just better off dollar cost averaging into the market. Now, talking about crypto, I mean, we were in the 60,000s last year. Bitcoin is now in the 90,000s, and people are still upset that we're in a bear market and we're going to continue to go down. I don't know. I think in a few months Bitcoin's going to hit a new all-time high. It could even be sooner. Nobody knows the future, but there's just a lot of bullish projections going on right now, and there's a lot of bullish metrics, more so than bearish metrics, in my humble opinion. So let's see what happens. But yeah, in my opinion, things are looking good, and the fact that there's still bears in the comments makes me excited for the future.